Hello, it's me, Douglas, back again. In this tutorial I'm going to take a look at shaders, in particular deformers, mesh shatter. Here I am in Title Studio with an empty project. I'll add new media, extruded text. The Boris FX default text appears. I'll move over the green interactor, and when it turns yellow, I'll select it and drag the text down here. Then I go up to Shaders, down to Deformers, and select Mesh Shatter. A track with Mesh Shatter appears. If I drag the playhead along the track, I notice that the shatter effect takes place immediately. With the shatter track selected, go up here and select Controls. Now I can begin adjusting the parameters for Mesh Shatter. Towards the bottom of the parameters is Time Mode. By default, it is on Automated. It's also possible to select Manual, Manual Move, and Manual Spin. However, I want to keep this as simple as possible, so I'm going to leave it on Automated. I have decided that I want the following to happen. For the first 3 seconds, the title will be displayed on the screen. The shatter effect will begin from the 3-second mark and reach the letter X in Boris FX 1 second later. The shattered particles will disappear from the screen by the 5-second mark. In other words, the total effect will take 2 seconds to complete. If I go to the first keyframe on the shatter track, I could drag the keyframe along to the 3-second mark, but I'm going to do it this way instead. Select the first keyframe of the shatter track and go up here to K. This is the time code for the keyframe that we selected. Click on the time code and input 300. Enter. The keyframe has now jumped to the 3-second mark. Click on the last keyframe, go up to K, and enter 500. If I now scrub along the timeline, we can see that the effect is beginning to take shape. I want the shatter effect to have reached the X in the first second, so I go to Wipe Time and enter 1.00. It is important to include the decimal point when inputting the wipe time. Also, I changed the scatter wipe mode from none to left to right. If I now scrub the timeline, we can see that the left to right shatter takes place in the first second of the effect. However, the shattered particles are still visible when we reach the end of the effect. To get the timing correct, I select the last keyframe, go to Gravity, and drag it to the right until all particles are off screen. If I scrub through again, you can see the effect is now complete. However, you will also notice that the Boris Effects text reappears at the end of the effect. Go to the end of the Boris Effects master track, select the end keyframe, go up to K and enter 500. The Boris Effects master track will now be aligned with the end of the effect. Now it plays correctly. I want to give the text a different color. I'll select the bottom track, Front Material Color. Next, I might go up to Window, scroll down and select Material Styles. However, I have already placed a tab for Material Styles here. Select it and choose a style. I'm going to choose a red one. Double click on it. Now we have red text. One final setting that will help in the next tutorial: make sure the Boris Effects master track is selected. Press Enter on the keyboard. Rename the track to Boris Effects Red. Then press Enter again. That is the simple way of making this effect. Now I'm going to give you some homework. How would you go about making this effect? Think about it. In fact, I'm going to end this tutorial here. This will give you time to experiment for yourself and see if you can recreate the effect. In the next tutorial, I will show you how I did it. That's all for now. Bye.